We all want that healthy, lit from within glow, no matter our age. But the world of exfoliation can feel so confusing. Acids, enzymes, scrubs. Where do you even begin? Forget the confusion. This is your complete start-to-finish guide. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what to use, how to apply it, and when to do it to safely and gently bring out your skin's natural radiance. First, let's quickly cover why this is so important after 55. As we age, our skin's natural renewal process slows down dramatically. When we were younger, skin cells shed every 28 days. Now, that cycle can stretch to 40 or 50 days. This means dead, dull skin cells pile up on the surface. That is what causes skin to look tired and uneven. It is why fine lines sometimes look more pronounced. But there is a second, very practical reason. Exfoliating is the key that unlocks the rest of your skincare routine. When that layer of dead cells is sitting on top, those expensive serums and nourishing moisturizers cannot penetrate effectively. It is like trying to water a garden covered in thick paper. When you gently exfoliate, you smooth the path. You help your skin absorb those vital nutrients. This step alone can instantly make your other products work better. It is not an aggressive scrubbing session. It is an act of gentle, intentional renewal. Now, how do we do this right? The biggest mistake people make is choosing the wrong tool. When you walk down the skincare aisle, you see physical scrubs and dozens of bottles marked with confusing letters. AHA, BHA, enzymes. If you choose a product that is too aggressive, you risk damaging your delicate moisture barrier, causing redness and dryness. That completely defeats the purpose. So let's simplify this right now. You only need to know about 3 gentle exfoliation types. Tool 1, chemical exfoliants. These sound scary, but they are often the kindest choice for mature skin. They use specific acids to gently dissolve the bonds, holding those dead cells onto the surface. Forget the strong, high-concentration versions. We are focusing on 2 very friendly families. The first is lactic acid. Lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid, or AHA. It is water-soluble, meaning it only works on the surface, making it effective for texture and brightness. Crucially, lactic acid also acts as a humectant. That means it pulls moisture into the skin as it works. For dry, mature skin, that hydrating element is absolutely essential. It helps you brighten without drying you out. This is why lactic acid is often preferred over stronger acids like glycolic. The second family is the hero of the day, PHAs, or polyhydroxy acids. If you have sensitive, reactive skin, or you are a complete beginner, PHAs are your perfect match. Their molecular structure is much larger than AHAs. Think of it like a boulder versus a pebble. Because the molecule is bigger, it cannot penetrate the skin as deeply. It stays right on the surface, offering extremely gentle resurfacing with minimal risk of irritation. PHAs are fantastic for smoothing the skin and strengthening the skin barrier over time. Choose lactic acid or PHAs if dullness and dryness are your main concerns. Tool 2, enzyme exfoliants. These are often derived from fruit like papaya and pineapple, enzymes work in a different, very passive way. They do not rely on acidity or friction. They simply digest or break down the keratin protein in the dead skin cells. This makes them wonderfully gentle and often very calming. Enzyme masks are great for when you need a glow boost but are worried about sensitivity. They are truly effortless. Tool 3. Physical exfoliants. These are the scrubs you can feel, but we need to be very specific here. We are avoiding anything with crushed nuts, sugar, or large, jagged beads. Those cause microscopic tearing. Instead, look for extremely fine spherical particles, things like jojoba beads or superfine rice powder. These should feel almost like a soft powder mixed into a creamy base. If you choose a physical exfoliant, you must use a light touch, treating your skin like expensive silk. That is the crucial secret to using a scrub safely. If you love the feeling of physically polishing your skin, this fine powder technique is the only way to go. So how do you decide which one of these 3, chemical, enzyme, or gentle physical, is right for you? It comes down to your skin's baseline sensitivity. If you are very sensitive, begin with PHAs or enzymes. If your skin is fairly resilient but dry, lactic acid is a beautiful choice. If you prefer texture and manual removal, stick to the finest powders available. Now that you know the best tools, let us move on to the actual application. This is where most people go wrong. If you are finding value in learning how to treat your skin gently, tap that like button and subscribe. It tells the algorithm that you appreciate age-positive, evidence-based beauty tips. This next section is the step-by-step method. You could have the most expensive, gentle product in the world, but if you apply it incorrectly, you ruin the results. We will cover the 4 steps to the perfect exfoliation ritual. The first step happens even before the product touches your skin. The first step in any successful exfoliation is the prep. Always exfoliate a clean face, but pay close attention to how you clean it. Avoid using harsh, drying, foaming cleansers immediately before exfoliating. These can strip the skin and make it much more susceptible to irritation when the exfoliant is applied. Instead, cleanse with a creamy, gentle, hydrating cleanser. If you wear makeup or sunscreen, start with a balm or oil to dissolve those layers first. A clean, hydrated, and calm base is the key to preventing redness. Step 2 is the application. This is where the product choice matters most. If you are using a chemical exfoliant like a PHA or lactic acid toner, apply it with a cotton pad, wiping gently over the face. You do not need to rub. Simply let the product sit on the skin and do its work. If you are using an enzyme mask or a powder-to-paste scrub, apply a thin, even layer across the face. Regardless of the product, always remember less is more. Start with a pea-sized amount. Do not layer up multiple coats. If you are using a physical scrub, this is the most critical instruction. Water is your friend. Wet your face thoroughly and make sure your fingertips are wet. This creates a cushion between the scrub particles and your skin. Use the very lightest pressure imaginable, using small, gentle circular movements only. Focus on areas where texture is rough, like the sides of the nose or the chin. Limit this massage to 30 seconds maximum. Scrubbing for too long or too hard is the easiest way to cause damage and sensitivity. Step 3 is the timing. If you are using a chemical or enzyme product, check the label for the recommended time, usually between 5 and 10 minutes. Do not leave it on longer, thinking it will work better. Over-exfoliating is cumulative, meaning the damage does not always show up immediately. It might show up as dryness or increased sensitivity the next day. If you are new to a product, start with the shortest recommended time and gradually increase it only if your skin tolerates it. Listen to your skin above all else. If you feel itching or burning, rinse it off immediately. Step 4 is the rinse and neutralize. Always rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water. Water that is too hot can irritate already exposed skin. Use a soft washcloth to gently press water against your face, making sure every trace of the product is gone. Once the exfoliant is removed, the work is not finished. In fact, the next step is the most vital piece of the puzzle for mature skin. Exfoliation naturally removes some moisture from the skin surface. We must immediately replenish and lock that moisture back in. This leads us perfectly into the importance of aftercare. You have just cleared the path. Now it is time to feed your skin. The aftercare ritual has 2 core components: hydration and sealing. For hydration, think lightweight moisture that sinks in fast. Look for ingredients like hyaluronic acid, which is a powerful humectant, or soothing ingredients like ceramides. Apply a hydrating serum or a light moisturizing toner immediately after cleansing. This step rebalances the moisture levels that the exfoliant may have temporarily disrupted. It plumps up the skin and reduces the appearance of fine lines right away. The second component is sealing the skin. This means applying a richer, more occlusive moisturizer or a facial oil. This final layer acts like a blanket, trapping the hydration and active ingredients you just applied underneath. This prevents moisture from evaporating, which keeps your skin comfortable and protected while it renews overnight. Never skip this sealing step, especially if you are exfoliating in the evening. This complete ritual is what ensures that the skin barrier remains strong and healthy. If you follow this 4-step method, the results will be a noticeably smoother, softer, and much more radiant complexion by the next morning. So, how often should you actually do this? When it comes to mature skin, consistency is far more important than intensity. Over-exfoliating is the enemy of radiance. If you are currently not exfoliating at all, start with just once a week. Use the gentlest product you have chosen. Observe your skin over the following 48 hours. Is it red? Is it tight? If the answer is no, you can slowly increase to twice a week, maximum. For most women over 55, 2 gentle exfoliation sessions per week is the sweet spot. Anything more often leads to barrier damage, which ironically makes your skin look dull and irritated. Remember that gentle consistency gives you sustained radiance, not aggressive scrubbing. But what about specific product concerns? Many people wonder if they can mix or combine different exfoliant types. The simple answer for mature skin is no. Keep it simple. Never use a harsh physical scrub and a strong acid on the same day. That is a recipe for serious irritation. If you are using a lactic acid product twice a week, those are your 2 exfoliation sessions. Stick to those. Also, be mindful of your other active ingredients. If you are already using a retinoid or retinol product at night, you need to be extra cautious. Retinoids already accelerate cell turnover, essentially providing a type of chemical exfoliation on their own. Combining a powerful acid exfoliant with a nightly retinoid is almost guaranteed to cause sensitivity, flaking, and redness. If you are a consistent retinoid user, you have 2 choices for adding a separate exfoliator. Choice 1, reduce your retinoid use. For instance, if you use retinoids 4 nights a week, carve out 1 non-retinoid night for a very gentle PHA exfoliant. Choice 2, stick to the most passive exfoliant available, which is the enzyme mask. Enzymes work differently and tend to be tolerated better alongside retinoids because they simply clear the surface without deep penetration or added acidity. The takeaway here is to always stagger your actives. Never apply both on the same night. A common question is about exfoliation and the neck and chest. This skin is typically thinner and has fewer oil glands than the skin on your face. This makes it much more prone to dryness and signs of aging. You absolutely should exfoliate this area, but with extreme care. The rule of thumb is to use whatever product you use on your face, but apply it for half the amount of time. If your facial exfoliant stays on for 10 minutes, limit the neck and chest application to 5. And the aftercare, the hydration and sealing step, is perhaps even more critical for this delicate area. Do not let those areas go dry. Now, we need to address the most important safety element of all, the critical step that prevents irritation, no matter what exfoliant you choose, the patch test. Even if a product is labeled as gentle or natural, your mature skin is unique and changes with the seasons and hormones. Before applying any new exfoliant to your entire face, do a patch test. Apply a small dot of the product behind your ear or on a small section of your inner arm. Wait 24 hours. If you see redness, itching, or any discomfort, the product is not right for you. It does not matter how popular it is. Your skin's health is the priority. If you are hesitant and worried about diving into acids, remember the PHA family. Start there. They are often found in soothing, watery toners, making them feel less aggressive than a mask or a peel. Incorporate that toner 1 night a week after cleansing. That is it. That simple one-step addition will start to give you smoother texture without the risk of discomfort. Look for ingredients like lactobionic acid or gluconolactone. These are 2 great PHAs to search for when you are starting out. Let's quickly review the core promise. You wanted to know the ultimate way to exfoliate for radiance over 55. We now know that the answer is not one single product, but a specific, intentional ritual. We choose gentle, hydrating tools like PHAs and lactic acid. We apply them to a pre-cleansed, calm surface. We adhere strictly to the maximum twice-a-week schedule. And we never, ever skip the aftercare of replenishing moisture. This consistent approach is the foundation of lasting, comfortable radiance. If you incorporate this method, you will quickly notice your foundation gliding on smoother. Your expensive serums will absorb better, and that natural, soft, focused glow that comes from properly renewed skin will begin to shine through. This is the simple wisdom that changes everything. Now that you have the knowledge, let's talk about maximizing the benefits. Since exfoliation is a deep renewal process, it is best done in the evening. This gives your skin the maximum opportunity to repair and regenerate while you sleep. However, exfoliating creates a temporary vulnerability. By removing the top layer of dead skin, you expose the fresh skin underneath, making it much more sensitive to sunlight. Therefore, the final non-negotiable rule of exfoliation is morning sun protection. If you exfoliate tonight, you must apply a broad-spectrum sunscreen of SPF 30 or higher tomorrow morning, without exception. This protects your newly revealed skin from UV damage, which is the primary cause of age spots and premature aging. Exfoliation and sunscreen are a partnership. You cannot have one without the other. This ensures your gentle renewal efforts are not undone by the sun. Remember, the goal is always to treat your skin with respect and patience. We are looking for simple, actionable routines that fit seamlessly into a savvy, confident life. Building radiance takes consistency, not confrontation. Be patient with your skin, treat it gently, and it will reward you with a luminous, healthy glow. If you are ready to put this guide into practice and begin your journey to a brighter, more confident you, hit that subscribe button. We release new evidence-based tips every week to help you age positively and joyfully. Thank you for joining me today. Go start your glow ritual, and remember that confidence is always your best skincare secret. The most successful routines are the ones you actually stick to. This means choosing products and methods that feel pleasurable, not painful. Think about the texture. Do you enjoy the feeling of a creamy, soft rinse-off mask, or do you prefer the quick ease of a swipe-and-go toning solution? If the process feels good, you are much more likely to maintain the habit. And consistency, as we have established, is the magic ingredient for mature skin. One of the great myths we must dispel is that good skincare must burn or tingle to be effective. That sensation is often simply irritation. A gentle exfoliant should feel comfortable, perhaps slightly cool, but never hot or stinging. If you ever feel that intense burning sensation, it is your skin signaling distress. Immediately stop, rinse thoroughly with cool water, and apply a simple neutral moisturizer, avoiding all active ingredients for several days until your skin recovers. If you struggle with specific areas, like persistent flakiness around the nose or forehead, try the targeted approach. You do not have to exfoliate your entire face every time. You can use your preferred gentle PHA or lactic acid solution only on the areas that need renewal. This is a brilliant strategy for minimizing overall facial exposure while maximizing the benefit in problem zones. It saves product and it respects the parts of your face that are already smooth and happy. Let's discuss budget. Effective, gentle exfoliation does not require high-end prices. The most important thing is finding the right TIMS ingredient, not the most expensive brand. Look for simple formulas that clearly list the percentage of the acid, if possible, aiming for 5 to 10% for lactic acid. Many fantastic pharmacy or drugstore brands offer gentle PHAs now because the science is so accessible. Prioritize the ingredients we discussed: lactic acid, gluconolactone, and papain enzymes. These are the workhorses. What about seasonal changes? Your skin needs different care in the deep cold of winter versus the humidity of summer. In winter, when indoor heating and cold winds compromise the skin barrier, you must scale back your exfoliation. You might drop from 2 times a week to just once a week, and ensure you use a richer, heavier moisturizer for aftercare. In summer, when skin might feel slightly oilier, you can maintain your usual gentle schedule, but remain vigilant about that mandatory sunscreen application. Adapting your ritual to the weather ensures your skin never becomes tight or irritated. Finally, remember that exfoliation is about uncovering your natural vibrancy, not transforming your appearance overnight. It is a slow, steady process of revealing healthier cells. Do not expect dramatic changes in deep wrinkles or age spots right away. What you will immediately gain is improved texture, softer skin, and a brighter appearance. Over several months, the gentle renewal will contribute to a more even tone and a healthier look overall. Trust the process. Be kind to your skin. We have covered the 3 best tools, the 4 essential steps, the critical rule of aftercare, and the non-negotiable step of sun protection. You now have the ultimate guide to gentle, effective exfoliation for mature skin. Take this knowledge, incorporate one small change this week, and watch your skin begin to glow. We have covered the 3 best tools, the 4 essential steps, the critical rule of aftercare, and the non-negotiable step of sun protection. You now have the ultimate guide to gentle, effective exfoliation for mature skin. Take this knowledge, incorporate one small change this week, and watch your skin begin to glow. But what if you see those little bumps, often called milia, usually around the eyes or cheekbones? Milia are tiny keratin cysts trapped under the skin. They are extremely common, especially in mature skin. Gentle exfoliation can definitely help prevent new milia from forming by keeping pores clear. However, once milia are present, you cannot scrub them away. Do not try. Aggressive physical exfoliation will only irritate the area. Milia often need professional extraction, or they may respond slowly to very careful, targeted use of a gentle acid like lactic acid, applied extremely thinly and only a few times a week. Be patient and never force the issue. Another quick note on redness and rosacea. If you have chronic redness, rosacea, or frequently visible capillaries, you must approach exfoliation with the utmost caution. For many people with rosacea, any physical friction is a trigger. This rules out all physical scrubs. If your skin is easily inflamed, even lactic acid might be too much. In these cases, the enzyme mask is often the only way forward. Because enzymes are passive and require no rubbing, they offer the mildest resurfacing possible without increasing inflammation. If you have rosacea, limit exfoliation to once every 10 days and prioritize calming, soothing ingredients like oatmeal and green tea extract in your aftercare. think about water quality too. If you live in an area with hard water, the high mineral content can leave a residue on your skin, which can feel drying or irritating after an exfoliation session. If possible, consider using filtered or bottled water for the final rinse of your face after exfoliating. This is a small, easy adjustment that can prevent residual tightness and dryness. It's often the tiny details that make the biggest difference in maintaining that healthy barrier. Finally, let us circle back to the confidence pillar of our channel. Skincare is not about erasing age, it is about honoring it. Exfoliation is simply a tool to keep your skin healthy, vibrant, and receptive. When your skin feels smooth and comfortable, your confidence shines through effortlessly. Embrace this weekly ritual as a moment of self-care, a gentle investment in your well-being. The greatest radiance comes from knowing you are taking good care of yourself. You have all the information you need now to move forward with clarity and confidence. If you are ready to put this guide into practice and begin your journey to a brighter, more confident you, hit that subscribe button. We release new evidence-based tips every week to help you age positively and joyfully. Thank you for joining me today. Go start your glow ritual. And remember that confidence is always your best skincare secret.